Hello and welcome to another episode of Imagineering, this time with the lovely Chef Chantel, the traveling chef. She's a professional chef, a sous chef, a master chef, a Hell's Kitchen chef. No, I'm sorry, she's not Hell's Kitchen. It's actually very nice working under her, I've been told. Whether they've been forced to or not, I'm sure it's the truth. Chantel, as a traveling chef, can you tell me exactly what does that actually mean?
Okay, a traveling chef is basically like a freelance chef. So what I usually do is when I travel is I cook on the farms if they need somebody to cook for your clients, or I do training on site on the lodges. Sometimes it's very far from the house. That's about 1,000 kilometers from the house.
Wow.
Or you're in a town where there's only one shop and you have to buy all the ingredients from Windhoek and they have to bring it down for you. And the other part is if an establishment needs a chef for a day or two's work for a function, then I also go and help them for the day or two.
So basically, you're the person they call when they need stuff done.
Yes.
Like the A team, you know.
Yes. I'm just the female version of the A team.
The female version of the A team, a nicer, kinder version of Gordon Ramsay,
yes.
so to speak.
Yes. I'm the milder version. Not the harsh version.
So no pots and plans flying around.
No, not yet.
No, not yet. That depends on how much you piss me off.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, good. So how do you utilize creativity in your work?
Okay. In my work, it's every day is a playground for me because to get creative in the kitchen, it's fun, exciting. And what I enjoy about it is if you give me a few ingredients and tell me, can you make a dish out of that, for example, then I like to see, okay, I've got this and this, I can play around with this and I can do this. So for me, I love to be creative because I am a creative person and I love to think outside of the box to get new ideas or to say, let's say, for example, if you give me sweet potato, I can make sweet potato chips for you from that. Or I'll do a sweet potato cake for you, or a sweet potato pudding, for example.
So wait, what?
A sweet
potato cake?
Yes.
How, what?
It's almost the same as a carrot cake, but I'll make a sweet potato cake for you, and then I'll make a cream cheese frosting for you.
Wow, okay.
You can make sweet potato crumpets.
Man, it's just, I love how you don't get stuck by doing just the same things as everybody else. How you can change your perspective and look at something from a different angle. It's like, you know what, I don't have carrots, but I've got some sweet potato. I can do something with that.
It's for me for example, when I do my platters, and for new ideas, I don't like to do the same trend. So I know everybody does the spring roll and samosa, but the filling inside, I will make the one, for example, a Thai version. Or I'll make it a Mexican version. So I'll work on the different countries or different flavors because you want something different, and I always do creative cooking things.
So like a haggis samosas or something like that.
Yes, almost like that.
That's pretty cool. Wow. I mean, we did that thing at the Swakopmund International Trade Expo.
Yes, the Switex.
The Switex, and you put me in charge of cooking. It's like, which was just a mistake.
We had that galactic stage of ours.
Yes, but I was just amazed at how fluent you are coming up with ideas because you've got all this stuff in front of you. I just look at it as separate stuff. This is carrots and this is some eggs. You see combinations of things. You see what can I do with these things. And we had Hugo Hayes, who is a friend of yours.
Yes, he's from the entertainment center from the Swakopmund. And then we had Eloise Visser as well.
Yes.
And then we had Richard as well. Yes. So we had a lot of fun people, and I was thinking of maybe doing a bigger event like that, but where we use corporate people from different side of establishments to say one is from an engineering side, one is from let's say publishing side, just to incorporate everybody, and that's how you can see everybody, the creativity that they show.
That's exactly the point of these mad talks, this engineering thing, Imagineering episodes. My point was to prove to everyone that everyone has the capacity to be creative. But because you don't always understand that creativity isn't limited to art, to drawing
Yes.
or music or something like that. It's more of a way of how you go about looking at things, how you do things, how you think about things. And I just thought when I was starting this, it's like, who would be perfect is Chantel. Because that woman is fluent when it comes up with ideas. Hugo as well.
Yes.
When he did the budgies,
Yes.
just like, I just saw stuff. And he makes an Indian dish out of nothing.
Yes.
There was nothing there. But do you think that sometimes you need uh, a restraint on resources to become more creative, or do you enjoy the more variety that you can have?
For me, because of the business or in the where my business is going, when you've got a lot of ingredients, for example, it's fun to work with a lot of ingredients. But I've got this term: plain and simple is always the best to work with because you get more creative when you've got the least items to work with.
Okay, so that sort of forces you to be different than everybody
Yes,
else.
yes. That's where my creativity comes from and where I think a lot outside of the box, and then my brain starts to look like spaghetti strips.
That's just amazing, because I never thought of chefing as a creative field, even though it just really goes hand in hand with it. Because, like I said, I never thought about myself being as a
Yeah.
creative individual. I mean, I used to draw and play this instrument and that instrument and so on, but I never considered myself as a creative person until I met my my friends, and especially like people like Frederick Harron, who said, all new ideas is just combination of old ideas. And then I met Alan, and he spoke about, how it's not just about thinking outside the box, it's about thinking inside the box as well. It's not just complex problem
Yeah.
solving, it's simple problem solving as well. Maybe you've got another box connected to it, maybe it's a different color, different shape,
Yes.
different size, maybe it's just like there's no box at all. I'm a hula hoop person. It's about exploring more. And I thought to myself, it's really the same as science. Science is not just all test tubes and analytics and data and so on. It's a way of how you see the universe. I think creativity, chefing, all these industries, they don't know how much more they can
Yeah.
be.
It's like in when I do platters, for example, I'll take a test tube, for example,
Mm.
and I'll put something different in it, or I'll use a smaller box and I'll do like a salad in that box, for example. So I'll use stuff that I've got at home or which I can make myself to do, just to make it more interesting for my client.
That's just fantastic. That's just so wonderful.
I was always the odd one out in high school, if I can say, because I always had this two ponytails this side, or I did one on top. I always had different hairstyle each day. I don't want to be the same person every
Yeah.
day.
I understand that. People want to, creative individuals as yourself, you want to experience more. And unfortunately, people become the odd one out because you don't fit in. You don't think the same as everybody else,
Yeah.
because everybody else just wants to fit in. They are afraid of being different, of exploring their creativity. And so they tend to limit themselves in their creativity. But, being more creative in your thinking, you can step
Yeah.
outside of yourself. So I never thought traveling chef is a thing, It's like, how does one travel as a chef, You just rock up in a place and, I got my own stuff. But it's training and it's events and
It's each function that I do is something different, and it gives me that extra oomph in life just to take it, grab it, and do it. I like to do every event that I do. I try to do different. I don't want to do the same thing because I feel everyone deserves a different item or dish.
oh, that's nice. Everyone deserves a unique experience.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Wow. So what are your aspirations
I've
going
got
from here?
a lot.
A lot. That's
Yes.
nice.
I've done interior decorating and I've done fashion design as well. So I maybe want to go in that direction as well, but still keep my Chef Chantel. Then I want to do a bit more training for the kids to open
Oh,
their
okay.
mind, their creative side a bit more, to show them food is not hard to make. It's fun. You can be creative with it. You can even start your own business, for example, a small nursery in planting plants and carrots. just to have that experience for the kids. And then 2 or 3 other projects I've got in mind as well, but we're taking it day by day.
I love, I'm always in favor of working with children because they don't hold anything back.
Yes.
And so, because we tend to start conforming because of schools, societies, whatever, round about grade 4 or so. And we end up being dull or
Yes.
dulled. Like I read somewhere, I think it was Alan that said, we start schools as question marks, but then through the years we turn ourselves into dots, into full stops, not thinking anymore, not thinking any further. So I love how you're doing this.
Because I just think nowadays is everything, technology is basically almost taking over. Now, if you look at it, where will the knowledge and skills be for kids? So if you can teach them at a very young age how to do simple tasks and simple skills, it builds up their knowledge as well. So sometimes when there's no technology, for example, then they still have the skills and knowledge to do the things.
Exactly.
That's the other idea, and I love working with kids as well, and especially my brother's 2 young boys, because the one says I must teach him to be a chef, because he also likes to be creative as his aunt.
Okay, that's cool.
So
you're an inspiration as well to others. That's wonderful to have that.
it's very nice because it makes you feel very good about yourself, and you're giving your knowledge and information to younger kids that also want to be something in life. Like, you don't want to be the dot. You want to be the exclamation mark.
The exclamation mark,
yes,
the question mark. You want to be more.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's my inspiration that I'm looking forward.
What started you off as a chef?
Well, I was 5 years old. My mom actually taught me how to cook. And then since then on, this bug bit me at a very young age. And then from there on, I just started to cook and go on, and I went after school to study my culinary arts. And then from there on, it's like a roller coaster, just enjoying the ride.
Just enjoying the ride.
Yes.
So you sometimes have to lead a team.
Yes.
To get stuff done, because you're one person, event 1,000 people, it's like you're crazy, but not that crazy.
No, but the biggest event I did was 3,000 people.
Good Lord.
And there, yes, I was also a bit on my own, but I also had a team that helped me. So it was logistics, organizing, get all the food done within 2 days of the event. So it was done, but it was hard work.
Yeah, I think good things shouldn't just be easy. It should be worth the effort that you put into it.
A bit of stumbling blocks, like I said.
Stumbling blocks.
Yes.
Yeah. But that's wonderful, because as a creative individual, sometimes we think we're not suited to leadership positions.
Yes.
Because, that's too conforming. But you can be creative and be a leader as well. Example A. So it's wonderful to see that you don't limit yourself.
No.
You don't put limits on yourself. I'm only a chef. I'm only this. That's all I can do. I'm only a line. I can only hold the line, stay in line, follow the line.
I've got this small saying, or like it's like we will say a clause almost for kids. I always tell them, never think that you can only do one thing in life. You can do more than one thing in life, and still, if one thing doesn't work out, you've got still 2 or 3 other things to work on. So be more creative, think what you want to do, have fun while doing it. Because if you don't have fun while doing your creativity, then you won't know what you're missing.
But that's exactly true. If you're not having fun, you're not being creative. And if you're not in a position where you are enjoying what you do,
yes,
you just have to do the same thing day after day, a monotonous drone, you're not going to be very happy. And so, your absenteeism is going to increase, your work ethic's going to go down,
the
work quality
to stagnate, like we call
yes.
it. And then for me, because I've got like different names, like in some of the places, if I can't pronounce my name, Chantel, I'll just tell them, just call me Shirumbu.
Shirumbu.
Yes. Or like others call me Purple Turtle.
Purple Turtle.
Yes. So I always make it fun. When I do my training, I'm always telling them, don't stress about the training. we're just going to take it relaxed, we're going to have fun. So while we're doing training, I also put a little bit of jokes in it, just to make them more relaxed and make the environment friendly for them. Because it's not always easy to do training on site when they have to still do their work and ensure their clients are having lunch or dinner or breakfast.
So if you want to start developing new ideas, how do you go about that?
I've got always a book in my handbag or on my table next to my laptop. I always write stuff down because, like I said, my mind gets like spaghetti.
Right.
And I've got then, I think of an idea this and then I get another idea. So I always write my stuff down, plan slightly, and then I'll start on the laptop, or I'll just jump right into it and just do it.
So really it's just about doing it.
Yes.
You know, either writing it down physically, working at it like that, or just like, I've got an idea now, I'm going to go for it.
Yes.
Whatever comes my way, I can handle it.
It was the same when I started the business, Chef Chantel. I was not actually happy at the place that I worked. It was a bit like, really, I don't want to give up what I've studied all the years. And I just said to myself, if I'm not going to do it now, then I won't know. So I just said to my parents, listen, I'm going to resign. There's a letter for the business. And yeah, I'm starting tomorrow with my own business.
Wow.
And I did resign, and on the Friday, I got a phone call from a company to ask me, can I help them out for 2 weeks? And that's how the business basically started.
That's fantastic.
Just
just taking that leap.
Yes.
Saying, you know what, if I'm not happy now, it's not going to change in a year from now. If I want to start making myself happy, then I need to do something, and I need to do it now. And it's not going to be easy, and you're going to have your rough patches, absolutely. But in the long run, you're not going to regret it.
And people know me always as the funny one. I always smile. If I don't smile and I don't talk, then they know something is wrong. But I always smile, and I always try to, if you're happy in what you're doing, everything else will fall in place, like I say.
That's amazing. Because speaker Paul Terwell from the Netherlands, he also said that happiness makes you money.
Yes.
You know, not just money's going to buy you happiness, because that's the wrong way to look at it. Be happy first, then the money's going to get there, because you want to work at it. You want to do more. You want to put in your effort.
It's like I always tell. It's like I told this one friend of mine. Money can't buy happiness. Money can't buy love. Money can't buy luck. It's, you need to be happy and then work a bit hard, and you need to love from your heart. And if you just have those two, everything falls in place. The rest will sort for itself.
Well, that's brilliant. Thank you so much for doing this.
It's a pleasure. It was fun doing it.
Yeah, I think so. Well, I hope so. And this has been Imagineering with Chantel Loteryman, professional chef, traveling chef, the Purple Turtle. And there's some links down below on the Facebook pagey thing. So you can go check out her fan page, her professional page, her platters. She does all these kinds of wonderful creative things. So get in contact with her and try and keep on looking up. Life is about moving up in life, not just moving on with life.
Getting some new ideas.
Getting some new ideas, being happy, making money because of it.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, cheers.